Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nurul Asisa Iqbal from Group 4. So in this change, I will talk about family. Okay, first, what is family? According to Fitzpatrick and Bensiski 1994, Turner and West 1998, family is a group of people who create and maintain a mutual identity, emotional bonds, and communication boundaries through how they interact with each other and others, who share a common past, present, and future, and who may or may not share a biological heritage. Okay, after talking about the definition of family, the next is type of family. According to Turner and West 1998, there are different type of family. First is a gay or lesbian family, consists of two people of the same sex governing a household and serving as a parent's figure for the biological or adopted children of at least one of them. Between 1.5 to million lesbian and gay families currently live in the United States. Next is extended family, when relatives such as aunts, uncles, parents, children, and grandparents live together in a common household. The result is an extended family. By the year 2050, 100 million people in the United States will be over the age of 65, and many of these individuals will be sharing a household with relatives. Numerous Italian American, African American, and Asian American families fall into this category. It simply means one house that is inhabited by some of the family's kids. The third is blended family. In an era in which more than 40% of marriage in this country are remarriage for one or both partners, Gannon and Coleman 1994, the blended family is a natural result. In this family type, a husband and wife parent at least one child who is not the biological offspring of both adults. Blended families often are called step-families or remarriage families. More than 50% children born throughout the 21st century will grow up in the blended families. Larson 1992. Simple explanation: blended family is a family consisting of people who marry others but still have blood relations such as cousins. And the last is cohabiting couple and single parents family. Some couple live together prior to marriage to test their compatibility. These cohabiting couples consist of two unmarried, romantically involved adults living together in a household with or without children. In contrast, in a single-parent family, only one adult resides in the household, possessing sole responsibility as caregiver for the children. This means a cohabiting couple is a relation between two people that unmarried yet, or in Indonesia we usually call it pacaran. As I mentioned before, the couple in cohabiting is still testing their compatibility, while the single parents family is divorced family and is led only by one parent with full custody of child. And the next part is communication patterns in family. According to Ascan Corner and Mary Ann, as communication scholars Ascan Corner and Mary Ann Fitzpatrick 1997, 2002, and 2004, these two sets of belief give rise to four possible family communication patterns: consensual family, pluralistic family, protective, and laissez-faire. The first is consensual families. Families hike in about conversation and conformity are consensual families. In such families, members are encouraged to openly share their views with one another as well as debate disbelief. However, they are expected to steadfastly share with single viewpoint. Some parents in consensual families balance the tension between open communication and the expectation of strict adherence to one viewpoint by routinely encouraging their children to share their thoughts and feelings about important issues. For example, what do you think should we do? And then making it clear that only one perspective, the parents, is acceptable. This means a consensual family is a family that loves to share their point of view, and the role of the parents is to become intermediary. And the second, pluralistic family. Families hike in conversation but low in conformity are pluralistic families. They communicate in open and unconstrained ways, discussing a broad range of topics and exploring them in depth. Pluralistic families enjoy debating the issues of the day and judge one another's arguments on their merit than whether they mess with other members' attitudes. Because parents in pluralistic families don't feel complete to wield power over the children. Children's contribution to family discussions and decision making are treated as relevant and equal valid. This means that pluralistic family is a very fond of communicating. The family is a very fond of sharing opinions despite differences. And in this family, all family members have the same value of opinion. And the third is protective family. Protective family are low on conversation and high on conformity. Parent-child power differences are firmly enforced, and children are expected to quietly obey. Sayings such as children should be seen and not heard, and children should speak when spoken to, reflect this mindset. Parents invest little effort in creating opportunities for family discussion and rarely explain their decision to children. This means protective family is a very weak in the communication but high in conformity. Parents in this kind of family are very caring for their children. Parents will do what they think is good their children without listening to their children first, and tell their children to follow their words. And the last is laissez-faire families. Families low in both conversation and conformity are laissez-faire families. Few emotional bonds exist between their members. Their detachment shows itself in a lack of interaction and are decided disinterest in activities that might foster communication. Similar to parents in pluralistic families, laissez-faire parents believe that children should be independent thinkers and decision makers, but this belief derives from their interest in their children's truth and decisions. Such parents tend to leave it up to their children to form their own opinions regarding. Arguably, this family is a family who seldom communicate and hand over their individuals' personal decisions without discussing them in advance.